What's up, everybody? Sunday morning, so you know that means it's another edition, week 12 of Sunday Morning Quarterbacks, powered by Pick City and the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Make sure to check them out. And yes, if you're here early, it is, as of right now, a Sousa free Sunday Morning Quarterback episode. So if he really just grinds your gears and gets on your nerves, you got a few minutes of freedom on our show. We're currently live on the Sunday Morning Quarterbacks Twitter handle. Make sure to jump over to there. But if you want to be featured like G5 Juan to ask any best bets questions, who to start in fantasy football, you got me and Spin running through you with the whole episode. Sosa will be joining, unfortunately, if you guys do not like him. But you know, the other cast and crew will be here. But Spin Doctor, how you doing on this lovely Sunday morning?
I am doing wonderful. I am doing wonderful. I was going to say something to get Sosa to join real quick in that might be a little bit of fear after his crushing defeat to me last week, and which is about to be 0-2 today. So we'll just count down for Sosa in 3, 2. No, I'm kidding. No, seriously though. Doing great, doing great. I know this is an NFL show, but college basketball has been very kind to us in the Diamond Club. So for those that are members, we have another full slate today. But yeah, I'm feeling good. My Bucks got a big game, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And yeah, let's get into it and let's make some people some money.
Yes, sir. I mean, we can set it over underline. It's not looking too good. I'll put it at 1041 that he comes popping up and asks to be added to our stream. But the YouTube and the Twitter links are both out. So make sure to give us a retweet and a like there. And like on our YouTube page as well, Daily Bread Media. That really helps us get out there in front of the people. But we'll do 2 quick hitter games before we get our analysts to join. And these are the ones that we're doing so we don't have to be fined. We'll start off with Houston versus the Jets. And I'm basically sitting here seeing Zach Wilson returning to the lineup here. And Elijah Moore has been sitting on my bench for the past 3 weeks. And I think I'm finally going to fire him up. And just from an NFL perspective, we saw White and not Flacco do great, but White came into that system, and I think they slowed it down a little bit. There's reports that the offense that Wilson's asked to run is more complex than what Matt Ryan's running down in Atlanta. I mean, they both don't have great records, so what does that really show? Who the hell knows? But with them coming back, 3 points here, I think, is it a fantasy target matchup, or do you see this one going under and it's not a good fantasy slate here?
I see a little bit of both. You see 2 bad offenses, but then again, you have 2 bad defenses. I think there actually are a few props that I was going to give out for this game in just a minute, but for the game itself, I don't believe that Houston wins this game. I think that the Jets cover and win. So I think that it's going to be a sludging, uglier game, like a 22-19 or something like that, like 20-18, somewhere in that range. I think that Zach Wilson is probably going to play a little better than you've seen him prior to going out with his injury. And, we joke about these being just 2 terrible teams and not wanting to watch, but sometimes those games have prop and fantasy value because they don't get the attention that the big games
exactly
do. And so the one that I want to give out right now that I actually was surprised that it was what it was is Tyrod Taylor over 251.5 pass and rush yards combined. That's at minus 115 on DraftKings. Look, the Jets are bottom of the barrel in both defensive pass and defensive run DVOA. Ever since coming back from his injury, hell, even before, Tyrod's actually done a respectable job QBing the Texans. The Texans' record is what it is for a variety of deficiencies that they have on both sides of the ball. But, I think that Tyrod has been a serviceable NFL quarterback. So I like Tyrod's props. I don't like a whole lot of other things on the Texans side. The other one that I do like is you talked about Elijah Moore. I actually like both of Elijah Moore's receiving props. I think that he matches up well with the Jets pass defense. And right now you can get his receptions over 4.5 at plus 105. I don't necessarily know if I'd bet like a full unit on that. For me, that kind of seems like a half unit type of bet. But I also like the his receiving yards, so it's over 55.5 at minus 115. So while I said I don't think that this game is going to have the highest total of the day, I do think that the game goes over, and I think that the Jets win this game. I don't see Houston winning back-to-back games. It's just part of it is numbers based, but part of it is just that feeling that just bad teams win back-to-back games.
So a potential sprinkle on the money line if you're feeling frisky early. I mean, the Jets without Michael Carter today, I believe. So you're going to have the Coleman backfield there. So that's kind of where Wilson coming back in his first game. Hopefully the few games on the sideline let him see it a little bit better. But we got one more game to get through before our first analyst joins us. We got Carolina versus Miami. Pick 'em 41.5. I just think bet this one live for if you want to back either team. Here, no reason to take it outright because I doubt some team goes straight through this game and covers here. But from a fantasy or DFS perspective, who would you be targeting here? Anybody?
Nobody. I mean McCaffrey, I guess. No, I do like Jalen Waddle. Waddle has so since actually even before he's come back, Waddle, he's seen 8+ targets in 5 of his past 6. And then also Devontae Parker and Will Fuller remain out. So I think that gives him a nice little floor to get to. Carolina's pass defense, as of right now, they're 5th against the pass. However, they are much lesser against wide receivers, specifically number 1 wide receivers. So I think if you're going to target any prop for this one, Jalen Waddle would be a good one. You can go either way, receptions or yards. And then on the Carolina side, there is a prop that I gave out, but there are some things that I like keeping exclusive to the Diamond Club members. So they got that. It's actually one of my favorite props of the week. It's on the Carolina side. So we'll leave it at that. But for the rest of Carolina, McCaffrey, I guess. I mean, if you have McCaffrey, you're starting him. Anybody else on the Carolina side, I am not sure that I would touch in this one. This game, I think it's a pick 'em for a reason. I think this is another one where you'll see like a 19-17 or 20-16 sludge fest. So I'm going to try to watch as little of this game as possible. The only time I'll watch is when Miami is in passing downs because I have Waddle in multiple leagues.
Yeah, this just kind of seems where it's a Miami defense, not masterclass here, but that they've been trending way more in the right direction here. So with 2 and 3 games under Cam, potential could work out well there. If not, maybe DJ Moore and McCaffrey gets loose in the passing game. Who the hell knows what's going to happen here? It's a pick 'em. Best of luck on 2 teams not looking like they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, the only other one that you can consider for DFS for, I think, a flyer is Myles Gaskin, and there are 2 reasons behind that. Number one is Carolina is surprisingly 20th in rush DVOA, which you would think with all the hype behind them with their defense, it would be a little bit higher. But Gaskin had 23 carries last week, and he's reached 20+ carries in 2 of his last 3 matchups. So I'm not necessarily saying that I trust Myles Gaskin, the player, or the Dolphins offensive line, which ranks in the bottom 3rd. However, what I do trust is from a fantasy perspective, if you give any running back 20+ touches, there's probably going to be a potential for volume there. And really all he needs to do is break 1 or maybe 2 for more than a few yards, and you have a serviceable starter. So if you have Myles Gaskin and he's in the mix for your last running back or a flex play, especially in a PPR, I would strongly consider him. They released they signed Duke Johnson, but he has not been working with the starters at all in practice. So I wouldn't consider him no more than a flyer filler guy. I wouldn't even use him in DFS. He's probably going to be on the field for maybe 10% of the snaps. So those are my only looks for this one.
All right, so let's bring in our first analyst of the day for an AFC North showdown. We bring in our man Jammer Betts from the NBA Jam Zone, rocking your Steelers as usual. Always. How we feeling? Is this going to be a Joey B special, or is the Steel Curran showing up today?
So let me tell you guys, I'm not feeling the best about these Steelers because they've been keeping me on the edge of my seat throughout the entire game. For these past 5 games, they just like to keep it close there at the end. Past 2 weeks haven't been great. We had that tie with that team that does not have a win on the season. And then last week, that heartbreaker in LA made that miraculous comeback and just couldn't pull it down at the end. But we are getting 2 big pieces of the defense back this week with Minkah Fitzpatrick and TJ Watt. TJ Watt has pretty much been the only pressure that we've been able to get on defense. Last year, Steelers led the league in pressure rate. And this year, we're 27th. And so it'll be nice to get TJ back today and hopefully get some pressure on Joe Burrow.
All right, so here we got a 3-point spread, 3.5 actually for the Bengals at home here, 44. Who are you targeting, or what do you like today from a plays perspective?
So I will not be touching that Steelers spread. I just don't really know what to expect from them today. There was one line that really had me interested, but I can't trust it right now. It's that Najee Harris anytime touchdown. But the way that Matt Canada has been running this offense down the goal line, it seems like he's been kind of avoiding Najee, and he's running these fancy plays where he's trying to do the Patrick Mahomes little shuffle pass to the tight end on the inside, or these little reverse plays. And I just can't trust him right now. But there is one guy that I am targeting heavy today, and that's Chase Claypool. In 3 career games against the Bengals, he has 16 receptions for 206 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he seems to go off against these guys. So the 2 plays with him I have Chase over 49.5 receiving yards, minus 110. Chase Claypool anytime touchdown, plus 200. With Eric Ebron out today, I think that we'll expect a lot of Pat Freiermuth, so I'm going to take his over 4.5 receptions, plus 130. And I'm going to take the full game under 43.5. I'm expecting kind of a close AFC North game, very defensive, back and forth, maybe just a bunch of field goals once we get down into the red zone. And this one right here, I'm kind of surprised it was so low. Joe Burrow over 0.5 INTs, plus 105. He did not throw an interception last game, but the previous 5, he threw 1 or more in each one of those. And so those are my 5 official, but then I also do have a helicopter play. Shout out to Bullpen.
Yes.
So with Joe Hayden being out today, I'm kind of doubling down on Chase Claypool. So it's a combo. It's Chase Claypool and Jamar Chase over 100 yards each, plus 1,400. I'm thinking that we could see a big day out of both those Chase guys.
All right. I'm going to help you out, Jammer, with this spread. Okay. The Steelers cover the spread. The Steelers win the game, period. I've already got it.
I do have something to say about that. Bengals have not beat the Steelers twice in the same season since 2009.
Steelers. Hey, if you could have gotten Steelers at plus 3.5, that to me was one of the easiest plays on the slate. I think that the game stays in there. Field goal either way. However, I do think that the Steelers win the game.
getting 2 key pieces back on defense. All we need is Big Ben to keep going. He's last 5 games, he's actually played surprisingly well. Over 100 quarterback rating, 9 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yep.
As long as he keeps that ball outside of the defense's hands, I think that we could keep it close, and I'm not asking for another close game at the end, but if they pull one off on a field goal or a last-second drive, I won't be mad.
I want to start by saying this. My team got iced by a dude named D-Lo last night, so I'm not very happy.
Yeah, you did.
Joseph shows up, makes it all about him.
I'm sorry. I had to throw that out there. But I'm with both of y'all, man. Something about this Bengals team. At some point, they're gonna have to give us a fraudulent game, right? I think that the Steelers would have won easily had Minkah Fitzpatrick and Watt played last week. I honestly believe that those guys are game changers on the other side of the ball. History's on our side too, just like Jammer said, man. Over a decade, I'm rocking with that 100%. And I love the Claypool and Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase goes up. Jamar Chase, at the end of the day, he gets all vertical targets, and that's what beats this Pittsburgh defense. You can beat them over the top. It's been shown by every team that scored on them. That's how you beat them. So yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all 100%, man.
Yeah, big key to the day is going to be getting to Joe Burrow, and I think that getting TJ back and especially Minkah back in coverage, providing some of that some extra time for the D line to get to Joe. So if we can do that, should be good.
Yeah, and with Ben, I mean, we poke fun at he noodle arm and he can't throw the ball downfield and he's old and all this stuff. But if you look at his volume, prior to the last 5 games where he has 0 interceptions and has a quarterback rating of over 100, he had thrown 40 plus passes in 3 of 4 games. Since then, during this stretch, he's done it 2 of 5. So the balancing of the offense and the adjustment that they've made on that end shows that it has really balanced Ben out, and it's actually made him look a lot better. So, you had talked about how he has no picks in his last 5 games. Like I said, he's got a QB rating over 100, 9 touchdowns, no interceptions, and completion percentage near like 65. And so, with the lean less on the pass and the short passing game and more on the run, more specifically Najee Harris, it has just really, really benefit the Steelers offense. And when you talk about, you mentioned too, that they're getting those pieces back on defense, like I said, mark it down, put it down, official bet for me, Steelers cover if you want to be safer, Steelers money line, Steelers win by a field goal.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you got, Jammer?
Nope. That's all I got there.
All right.
Follow NBA Jam Zone.
Yes, I was about to say, make sure you check out the Jam Zone. Make sure you give Jammer Bets a follow, and we'll see you next week.
My dog.
All right.
We're back. I had to let y'all cover the stinkers earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you clearly weren't listening because Spin was talking a lot of shit. We had an over under for what time you were joining. So make sure you scroll back and watch the beginning of the episode.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
We had to take some shots while you weren't here.
Oh, it's fine, man. It's okay. Teammates can do that to you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just keep winning, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. We're gonna keep winning together, and that's why it makes it easier to poke fun at each other, right?
That's right.
If we were doing a shit ton of losing, I'd have back
because you were live yesterday with the paid for play, fellas. So we're bringing in Goose because we're talking the Jags versus the Falcons. Another fantastic matchup to get the day started. Goose, I love the colors you're rocking today. Good vibes. Let's hear it.
Oh,
it's my Island Boy shirt.
Hey,
feeling a little under the weather, a little
I'm
nasally.
Island Boy. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I'm done. Go ahead, Goose.
You guys must love me, to be honest, because who wants to talk the Falcons and the Jags? Who wants to listen to that? I thank you. I feel some respect from you guys. I feel like a great piece of the team. I got my notes, and if there's a game, if there's a line, there's winners. So, let's get into it. I want to talk about my opponent, the Falcons. 4-6 team, and weeks 3 through 9, every game was a 1-score game. I think then they got blown out by the Cowboys, and then they got embarrassed by the Patriots. They were very hurt against the Patriots. They're still pretty hurt, but looks like Cordero Patterson's gonna play. So, I mean, I don't see the Falcons as like a complete bum. I see them as a half bum. They're going to Jacksonville, who's been pretty bum. I guess they got blown out by the Niners last week. Me and Sosa saw that coming, but I don't really want to give out a spread play. It's because the game opened up as Jacksonville -1 and it moved to Jacksonville +2. I don't like when it goes from one team's a favorite to the other. I feel like you can't bet on Jacksonville then because of the line movement. And I mean, Falcons are still bums. I don't want to bet them on the road -2. So me personally, I'm going to be off the spread. As Rex always says, it's probably going to be like a low scoring game back and forth. Like it might be a good live pick. Did I lag out?
You're
I had a
back.
phone call. Oh, I'm back. Sorry. My bookie was calling me, to be honest.
Tell him to pay
dead
up.
ass.
Tell him to pay up.
Damn. Okay, so no, I got 2 plays today. I want to give them out. I feel like this is called the Sosa special because he was on it earlier. Trevor Lawrence hasn't had a rushing touchdown since weeks 4 and 5. It just feels like it's due. James Robinson is back, but he's still a little banged up. Plus 440. That's a high number. I mean, I'm not going all in on it. It's a long shot for a reason. But he hasn't had a rushing touchdown since weeks 4 and 5. He had it back to back. James Robinson's playing, but he's still a little banged up. Jamal Agnew is out. We all know, Laviska Shenault's the leading Jags receiver today. He's just a fantasy football internet gem, but an internet gem. So I like the plus 440 for Trevor Lawrence. And then Kyle Pitts. He only has 1 touchdown this season, and I guess my second play is about a feeling, not a trend. But yeah, I like Kyle Pitts to get in the end zone plus 175. Both lines on FanDuel. The reason I like Kyle Pitts, the Jaguars have played some teams with some bad tight ends, so it's not the biggest sample size. Like they played the Texans, the Cardinals, the Titans, the Seahawks, the Colts. All those teams, not really good tight ends. But when they played teams with good tight ends, George Kittle and Noah Fant both scored. CJ Uzama, I think that's how you pronounce it, had 2 touchdowns. Mike Gesicki.
He went crazy on that Thursday night game.
What was that?
Uzoma went crazy in that Thursday night game against them.
Yeah, they were up. Jags were up by half. They lost the game. That was very heartbreaking to me. That's when I knew the season was over. And then Mike Gesicki over 100. He had over 100 yards against the Jags. So good tight ends, they produce. I love Miles Jack. The Jaguars were in the Super Bowl, in my opinion, 2017. He was not down. Miles Jack was not down, but the Jags have no one who can cover a tight end. So I like Kyle Pitts to get in the end zone plus 175. The rookie only has 1 touchdown. I think this is a great spot, especially with Calvin Ridley out, with Cordero Patterson. Look like he's going to play, but he's off the ankle injury. Yeah. So how do you guys feel about this game?
Yeah. So you had talked about Gus, you talked about the movement on the line. Right now there's 23,000 bets in approximately that are tracked, and the Falcons have 70% of the bets but only 40% of the money. So looks like there's some sharp steam going on Jags here, especially after the line movement to +2.
I like that. It makes me feel a little better about watching today.
And I know somebody mentioned in the comments earlier about, is this the easiest under of the season or of the week? Be careful with that one. If it looks too good to be true, it usually is. So you have 2 teams. One is 29th, one is 31st in pass DVOA. That equals points. You also have some significant sharp action from trending on the over, which has moved down from 48 to 46. So I'm not going to bet either side of anything on this, but if I had a free play, I would go Jags and I would go over. Those are not official. Those are just if you gave me a free bet.
Yeah.
I'm with you 100%. I like the Jags today, which gives me indigestion because every time I like the Jags, they fucking go to London and get smoked, or they just do some dumb shit. But I'm rocking with you today, just like I was rocking with the Lions, and they covered.
They covered.
Yeah, I love the Trevor touchdown. And I have it written down. I have Kyle Pitts over 62.5 yards, and I have him getting a touchdown. So we're both aligned on that off top. I think it's in the end zone. And I've actually bet Trevor Lawrence to score a rushing touchdown every game this season. So because you have to. I mean, listen, he gets the opportunities. It's just he's on a terrible team, man. He's literally a diamond surrounded by dog shit. So,
for Top Crocodile to answer your question, I use Action Network. There's a couple other ones that do the same thing. For anyone who wants to track money and stuff like that, if you use free sites like OddsShark and stuff, they are typically like an hour or two or more behind. There's a pretty reasonably priced paid one or some paid versions out there that I know a lot of us use. So I personally use Action Network, but that's not the only one.
Well, Goose, paid for play. Make sure you be checking them out because you're getting the bowl or conference championship slate next Saturday. So it's going to be a big time for you guys.
Follow the GOAT, Cowall's Corner, my boy. Appreciate you, man. I've watched you throughout this college season, and you've gotten better and better and better, man. I can't really speak to.
And Goose, once football's over, Steven and I are making him show up for the basketball one too.
Right, I would hope so.
I used to have the jumper myself.
Hey man, listen. At least you got some good Tex-Mex yesterday after that double L. I've been there before, so it's good. You got some good food. That double L yesterday, especially in the basketball game. Holy shit!
Damn, I'm leaving sad now.
Why? Goose was so happy you just shot him down, man.
Hey man, you'll be back. That's the great thing about basketball. It's another game in 2 days. You're good. You're good.
I'll be
Even
there.
the football team was gonna be asking.
Goose, we love you. We'll check you out next week.
My man.
All right. Looks like it's just going to be us three for the next one per usual. So we got
Look at Alex.
Yeah.
I talk shit about Alex.
Where the fuck is he, man?
So we got the Birds. Oh man, lane 4.
Look, there he is. See,
he was just waiting for his turn. He knows he's allowed to join early. He just loves to keep us waiting to see whatever he pops up.
there he is. The GOAT, my boy.
So Alex, we're laying 4 in MetLife. We're about to do a back-to-back on that short trip up there. 45.5 point total. Looking like Tony's going to be out today for them. We got Kitchens calling the plays because the Clapper's finally out. Washington, please sign Garrett so he can stay in the division and just keeping offenses inept. But what's up, Sosa?
Before Alex goes, I just want to say this man came on the show last week and told us that the Eagles would win on an alternate line. I believe the exact words were, one thing the Eagles are good at is beating the shit out of the Saints. You called it, man. I got to give you credit where it's due.
Hell yeah. Well done.
Killed it last week. Devonta, the props, killed it, man. So just know, you better be better this week. That's all I got to say. That's it. But yeah, good shit last week for real, man. That shit was fire.
Man, this is a classic. It's a divisional game. I hate the Giants. There's 2 teams I hate: Giants and Cowboys. And I love to hate them. I mean, it is what it is, right? The Giants do play very well at home. I'm gonna give them that. Defense-wise, so I don't know about the spread. I think we win this, but I think it might be a close game. I do like the over in this game. Usually the shootout with the Giants and Eagles. So at 45.5 minus 110, I would punch that in. I like the over on that one. That's what I would go with for the game. As for props, I do like Dallas Goedert over receiving. They've given up a lot of plays too, just like us, the linebackers on tight ends. And hey, he got his bread. He's been playing ball. You know, Devonta Smith has shown that he can almost play with any corners.
Not almost, he can. He's that guy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He's one of them ones, man. He's one of them ones.
One of them ones. So let me get that number for you for Devonta.
That is what I was going to get to.
Where's that video? Pull out.
That's why that 4, lame -4. We're getting everything. They fire Garrett. This is their do or die moment of the season, and that's where I am in the same boat as Alex. We get the dub, but I think it does come in less than 4 points because unless Kitchens can somewhat miraculously make him be a better quarterback, then they can potentially win. But if they're going to keep running the same offensive systems and all the stuff in the media, since I'm up in the New York area saying they're going to feature Saquon in space and feature Galladay in the red zone. Oh, shit, you're going to target your 2 highest paid players on the things that you're supposed to say. So they're not saying anything whatsoever about what they're going to do here. And I think this is their do or die moment on the season, even though some can say it's already done. But the revenge spot here, I think, is going to be big.
The Devonta prop is 56.5. That's an easy over.
I like that. I like Dallas Goedert too. That's at 51.5.
Yep.
So I love that one.
I got 2 plays in this game. Evan Ingram, anytime touchdown, plus 270. And Evan Ingram over 38.5 yards and minus 114.
That's actually
wow.
Wait, that's funny. I have an Evan Ingram prop too, but it's the one you didn't give. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What
receptions?
You took his receptions.
3.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over 3.5.
Bro, listen.
I mean, Danny. What we call him now? He's not Danny Dimes. He's
I'm not gonna bore y'all on anything. It's they give up any and everything to tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
It's just most yards, most touchdowns. I think it's their second.
You have to make sure Ingram doesn't drop it.
Well,
that's his only issue of that not cashing.
But here is something with the change from Garrett. So with Freddie Kitchens taking over, he's a much more aggressive play caller than Garrett is with his vanilla bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So with a tight end like Ingram, he's at his best. Well, first of all, when he's healthy, which is not that often, but now that he is hyper athletic and can go downfield. And Jason Garrett would run him on these little 3 and 4 yard curl routes and little over the middle stuff. Kitchens is not afraid to take shots downfield. So, and also when he was in Dallas, Garrett had the tight end Jason Witten, who is very unlike Evan Ingram from overall athleticism, makeup. And so he was using Evan Ingram like Jason Witten, and it didn't work. So I would expect to see them look to take some shots downfield to Ingram. So, yeah, I like any Evan Ingram prop that you can find today.
No fear of Rudolph coming in there? No, they just use him to block.
Rudolph's out. He's not playing.
Oh, yeah. They have a lot out today. Is Shepard confirmed out as well at this point?
Shepard's out. Tony's out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's literally they have to feature Galladay because he's the only guy healthy. And listen, also I will throw this out there. I would not be surprised to see Darius Slayton score today. He has played well against the Eagles. Yes. And it's just a next man up type of situation. Slayton has had the best rapport with him outside of like Sterling Shepard. Daniel Jones, the only guy on the team who he has any rapport with is Ingram and Slayton. It's not even Galladay. He just showed up, right? And we've seen like Slayton makes a couple plays down the stretch in a couple of games. He had the one touchdown that hit him square in the hands. Come on, he's had a couple of those this season. I think Slayton getting in the end zone is a distinct possibility. I think Alex is right too. I'm calling for it to be more of a game with more points. I think Darius Slayton is like a helicopter number. Well, no, it's at plus 210, which isn't bad. That's how I would target throwing a little something on for sure.
And I think Slay is going to be mostly on Galladay all day, right? So he's going to shut him down, put him in jail. So they're going to have to go to Slayton, right?
Alex, anything else you want to drop for us before you sign off for this week?
I like 2 TD props. I like Devonta to get back in the end zone at plus 162 in this game. I also like to see a busted coverage on the Giants defense. So I'm going to go back to the well with Kes Watkins to get a TD.
Did he get a catch last week?
No, he didn't, but he was open on a bunch of them. Anyways, I think they take some shots here against the Giants. They're going to have to take some shots. I think it's going to be a shootout. Deshaun Jackson has monster numbers against the Giants, and that's the type of player that Quez is. He's a big play guy. So that's why I like in this. I like the over receiving props on Goddard and on Adams. On Smith.
And Alex, to your question about Darius Slay, he is projected to see 19 snaps against Slayton, 17 against Galladay, and maybe a few against John Ross. I would assume that he would switch off of Ross and go with one of the other two. So
maybe sprinkle that INT again. I mean, it is Danny Dimes. It's, I think, plus 550. It's not at plus 675 like last time, but that one hit last time, and he's been playing great.
Cool.
So and Danny Dimes, I mean, he throws picks, right?
Slay pick 6, running it back now. I'm just kidding. Alex, make sure to check out Bleed Green Bets for your hockey plays each day on top of what he does for us covering the Birds. We'll catch you next week.
What's up, bud?
Ruby's coming in here. Does that mean there's a potential hungry dog coming up in the next game? Now, Ruby just likes to hang out with us. Next 2 games, we don't have any analysts joining us, so we can do some quick hitters here until we get into our next one. But we got the Chargers versus the Broncos here. So your hat looks orange, so we'll cover that one. So you'll lead it off here. I know it's a Niners hat.
Nice. We're talking I see LA. I said Clippers. We're talking Chargers, Broncos. I don't have too much in this. I like Mike Williams to score a touchdown. That's my only play in the game. Mike Williams to score a touchdown, plus 160. He got back on track last week, had the one big play. That's what I'm rocking with. That's who I'm rocking with today.
My only ones are, I think if you wanted to, you could take a unit and you could split it half and half between Javonte and Melvin Gordon over rushing yards. I know that they did a little bit better last week, but look, the Chargers are still 32nd in defensive rush DVOA, and it not by a little, by a lot. And if you look at their individual grades for several of their linemen, specifically Nwosu, they are one of the lowest ranked defensive line units, especially run grades, that we've seen in the last 2 or 3 years. So the only thing that would stop me from putting full bets on both of these guys is just that you don't know how the work's going to be split up, and they literally are 50-50 every single week. But I think that there is an opportunity for both of them to go over their rushing yards props. And as of right now, both of them are at 50.5. So they both rush for 51 yards. That would be 102. And I believe pretty much every team this year, with the exception of 1 or 2, has done that against the Chargers. So those would be the 2 that I would do. I would not put full bets on both. Like I said, I think you can take a full bet and you can split it between the 2.
Man, yep. Ruby coming up there really is making that Broncos money line at plus 140 quite tempting. She popped up on camera when this game came on for a reason.
Listen, if I had to bet it, I'm betting Denver. I think this Denver secondary is built to go up against this team. You got Chubb coming back, and the run defense for the Chargers is just horrendous.
And what did we watch the Broncos do to the Cowboys on the road? That's kind of where they might deploy that same scheme exactly like how Spin just laid out.
Mm-hmm. So,
At
yeah,
home,
I don't have anything
yeah,
else.
we'll do it. Broncos money line.
Yeah.
Plus 140.
And actually, looking at betting action, there is some pretty heavy late money, which typically indicates sharp action coming in on Denver and on the over heavier on Denver. So all of it supports. Just because I had to look it up, 3 of the 4 Chargers defensive linemen are ranked 70th or worse at their respective positions out of 130, and 2 are ranked in 100th or worse. And that's a stat where it's like golf, like the higher number is not better.
That'll wrap that up for the AFC West battle. Is this one of our head-to-heads that we have here?
Oh, is it ever?
Is it?
It is.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Between you two, correct?
Between me and the man on the other side there.
All right.
I went first last week. You go ahead.
Oh man, listen, I'm on Rodgers to win today, man. You know how I get down with this one. That's how I'm feeling. I'm on Rodgers to get the job done. This Rams team they lost Robert Woods. The defense got 2 superstars and have been light. Defense is not that good. You can move the ball in the air, on the ground against them. Coming into their house, Green Bay's defense has been good. They've been very good. I know people are going to say they're coming off a bye, as the Rams are, because they are. But I personally believe that this is when Rodgers gets it done at the crib when it's cold outside. Fuck all not on any of the numbers. Rodgers gets it done at the crib. That's it.
All right. Well, I got to give numbers because that's my thing.
I know.
That's my thing. All right. Rams under Sean McVay are 3-1 following a bye. All 3 of their wins by at least 7 points. Rams following back-to-back losses under Sean McVay are undefeated. Rams are 10th in pass to DVOA, 7th in rush DVOA. Aaron Jones is a game-time decision. There's just too many numerical factors here with the small number to make me do anything but slam the Rams on this one. I've already bet it. I've already bet it with Sosa. I might do it again on another book I use. So I am all in on the Rams this week. Actually, the Rams and the Steelers were the 2 ones that after we did our little roundtable discussion that we do, that I felt the strongest about this week. So I also think that this is a game. You talk about Rodgers getting it done. I don't know. There's all these reports that his toe is a lot bigger issue than they're letting on. So that the fractured toe could be a big thing with mobility, planting, etc. I also think, so I'll say this. I think if Aaron Jones plays and is able to play a decent amount of snaps, I think you don't have 3 straight against me.
No. Sean McVay about to lose 3 straight.
Oh, okay. All right. 3
straight. I'm on record. I have a losing record against Smith. I'm 0-1. I've gone head-to-head with him, and I've lost. Yes, I've lost. But again,
backing Aaron Rodgers too, by the way.
Shooters keep shooting, and you're not going to keep fading Aaron Rodgers and winning. That's not smart. Stafford not 100%. Not having Robert Woods has shown. It showed, and it's only been 1 game. Now, listen, yes, I know you give him a week to get some rapport with OBJ, but OBJ is not the same player as Robert Woods. He's not deployed the same way. OBJ is an outside receiver. Robert Woods plays in the slot, outside. You can hand him the ball. Not that you can't with OBJ. Obviously, he's got to learn. Obviously, but this McVay system is not some show up on Sunday and learn the system by Thursday. It's not that easy.
No, it's complicated.
And also, You saw it the first game. Like OBJ, I mean, you can't blame him because he's been there for what, 3 days, and they put him out there. But on the first pick that Stafford threw, OBJ didn't know where he was. He was in a completely wrong area. He wasn't even anywhere close to where Stafford threw the ball. I do honestly, like I said, I just believe that this Rams team is not as good as people think. They have very good talent at particular spots. They don't have one unit that is legitimately great. They have a couple of really great players, but again, I love Green Bay in this spot. Coming off an L, want to get a stranglehold on the division and like make and completely forget about last week. I think the Green Bay Packers are poised to come through here and win the game.
Even if you're late to the stream, you can always tweet at Spin and Sosa to let them know who you're rocking with in the second official back-to-back weeks. Sosa versus the Doc head-to-head.
So I got a couple of things about this game too, but I saw the do you start Van Jefferson or Valdez-Scantling? I think if it's a PPR, I would probably go with Valdez-Scantling. If it is a more touchdown-heavy league, I would probably go with Van Jefferson. And if it's a league that rewards or gives bonuses for distance touchdowns, then I would 100% go Valdez-Scantling because he's their long. Because I can see him getting a long one in Lambeau easier than I can see Jefferson. Herbert or Stafford, I'd probably go Stafford, honestly. So
against Green Bay's defense, why?
Okay, all right. Hey,
Stafford not 100% either, bro. He's fucked up. Something's not right with him. I don't know if y'all been watching him play, but he's 2 straight games. He has not looked impressive. There's no like y'all don't nothing worried about.
It's 3-7 in Green Bay. He's used to playing there, but that defense can definitely give him issues. And if he just
the last 2 games,
it depends if he turtles or not. That's what's been happening in his downfall games is he gets less confident and he's been turtling.
Titans,
I know it's a simple way to put it, but
bro, the Titan game, he was awful, absolutely awful. Last week. Well, they were on a bye, but against San Fran, awful, absolutely awful. I'm telling you, man, he's not right, man. He's not right.
One last stat about Stafford. In 9 games at Lambeau Field, he's thrown multiple touchdowns 7 times, and that was with the fucking Lions.
Yeah,
so
he won. He has 3 wins in Lambeau.
He's down by 40 all the time.
That was with the Lions.
He has 3 wins in Lambeau.
I hear you, but it's okay, man. All right,
let's get to.
We'll see. Hey! I know the amount of shit that will be talked to me if the Packers do happen to miraculously get a win today. I am well aware.
You see how he did that? Listen, Spin Doctor talks more shit than anyone. People just don't know that. Y'all just don't know this. Y'all just don't know it.
I do it the way my quarterback does it.
And talks a lot of shit, but again,
let's get into our next game. Bring in the analyst always comes in with the most heat. Michael Means Jr. What is up? Laying 7.5 at home against the Titans. Boy, oh boy, you got Vrabel coming back. Let's hear it from you.
Yeah, Vrabel. I was telling Sosa on Twitter, man, like Vrabel's our son. So, of course, he's going to come back and want to, show us a little something. But the problem is we're rolling. And he's already beaten us like once. And you know how it goes. Like they'll come back for a heroic victory, all of our ex-coaches. But, it doesn't go past that one game. So this is a spot for us. What scares me though is the public is hopping on Patriots right now and is shooting the number up. I would like to all right, so look, there's one side of me that's like, hey, buy it to a 6. So, we make sure if we hit that 7, we won't push. But then there's another part of me that's just like, F it, man. We the Patriots. And it don't matter about no numbers no more. And Mac Jones is coming into his own. He's starting to ball now. You can't even deny, like, he's starting to ball. And I like it. But one thing's for sure, officially, I like the under on this game just because the number came in at 44.5. Money's been coming in all week. It's starting to go. Like, there was a book at a 42.5 that I just checked. So I like the under for that, just because who's Tannehill gonna pass to? He's gonna throw
kill Westbrook probably.
Yeah, I don't even know who that guy is. So this is a lockdown defense we're transforming into. I just like us right now at the crib in November at Foxborough. You're not gonna get a team that's just going, This is the thing. Look, Tennessee Shark could be right. I mean, just because they're gonna be motivated. Mike Vrabel wants to beat Bill Belichick, so you're gonna get max effort from the Titans. You ain't got to worry about them, not showing up. But the thing is, you just ain't got enough, man.
Hey, real quick, Mike.
Yeah,
is like, I think my cousin who was working at Amazon last week is starting a receiver for the Titans today. Right?
Wow. So,
right? Because AJ Brown.
Yeah, AJ Brown's gone. He's out.
It's got to be some dude that was either at FedEx or Amazon a couple of weeks
Maybe
ago.
some of the people in the chat that want to have something to do today can just go try out and get a jersey and be out there, man.
But Corey, he scored. No, KD. Get KD out there. He scored in his men's league.
Yeah. Look, I just got an alert from Foxborough Times. It says
FedEx. Foxborough Times again. Jeez.
The Titans receiver is from FedEx, so that's it.
That's what it was. A FedEx guy. He's a FedEx guy.
He was thinking the wrong postal guy.
Service. Yeah,
there you go.
So I gave out. Every week I give out one at each skill position to start and to sit for fantasy. Today it was very easy. My sit quarterback was Ryan Tannehill. They have the second least points allowed to quarterbacks. They've held 3 straight quarterbacks under 200, not under 300 or 250, under 200 passing yards. No AJ Brown, no Julio Jones. And I made a list of quarterbacks that I would start over Tannehill today. Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Daniel Jones, Tua, maybe even Baker Mayfield. And I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Spin. It's gonna be.
You had me until Baker.
Hold on. You just say Baker. Jesus.
Spin is right.
This is how low I am on Ryan Tannehill today.
Listen, Ryan Tannehill. We know who you really is. We know you. That's Miami Dolphin Ryan Tannehill. Like, come on, man. We know you. So I'm not expecting anything, spectacular. There was a game he gave us like 300 yards in like trash time, but nothing like that will happen today. You're coming back with a handicapped team, for lack of better words. Titans ain't got it, man. They called the Titans, but they gonna be midgets today. That's real. You can't come into Foxborough and do this in November. The weather is starting to turn our way too now. Like, nah, man. Come on.
Hey, man, listen. I just want to make sure that I got the receipt. I told everyone that this defense was going to be elite, whether they kept Gilmore or not. This ain't no question. No question. Okay.
The whole play was to get rid of. Listen, we don't keep cornerbacks. Like, we don't keep them. Ask Tyler.
Yeah.
Ask Asante Samuel.
Hall of Fame. They both will probably make the Hall, right? But Ty's already in, but Asante will probably make the Hall. He has a shot for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, we used Revis for 1 year and got him out of here. Like, Bill does not pay cornerbacks.
That was Diet Revis, though. That was Diet Revis.
So we not listen. The whole play when Jackson started balling, I said, "Dang, we ain't paying Gilmore no more."
Yeah,
we traded him mid-season. We didn't even wait till the season was over.
JC is really like that. JC Jackson.
For
really
real.
I do like one play in this game though. The Patriots to win. Listen, bro. The 7.5. I know people are looking at it and they're like, I know a lot. I'm scared to bet it, just because you said Vrabel, but again, it's just the talent. Like, are they really? I'm scared that this could become a bloodbath. I think that, but also 7.5 is a lot for a team that people still, are.
And then you look, Sauce, Rex, Spin. The AFC is wide open, really, if you think about it. So it's not like we gonna come out here and slack either. It's like you got a first place team coming in and they're like going down the roller coaster right now as far as like injuries. That Derrick Henry was a hit, and I think that the magic slipper is running out on them because they're bound to start losing. You can't lose AJ Brown, you can't lose Derrick Henry and still be a juggernaut. Like, they're bound to fall, and they about to come fall in Foxborough. How poetic. The Titans take a mighty fall in Foxborough.
By the Foxborough Times coming
No,
Monday.
Denzel Washington not coaching them today, right?
No, he's not.
All right, yeah, they got no chance.
That's straight from the Foxborough Times.
They got no chance, bro. Denzel's not coaching them. No chance.
Nah, not at all. Yeah, I like official though. I like the under, and then I'm gonna go ahead and rock with. I buy the hook. I can't stand hooks, so I will buy off the hook. Get it at a 7. If you feel great, go ahead, get it at a 6. But I'll take us at a 7. Patriots money 7, and I like the under.
Make sure to be checking out Michael Means Jr. on his YouTube channel as well, and on Twitter. Great follow, free plays daily. Always rock with him. And we appreciate you rocking with us, Michael.
Love y'all. It's a San Miguel Sunday. Love y'all.
Yeah, streak starts another one starts this week. We right back. Go. You already know.
There we go.
Fuck in. You already know, my brother.
Peace, fellas.
All right, Sosa, it's your turn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen,
everyone make it his big ass head and no, I'm just kidding.
Everybody will tell me we haven't won a game and we've only won one home game and such long. I don't give a fuck. It's Kirk Cousins that we're playing today. Okay? I don't know if y'all ever seen Kirk Cousins play against San Fran when Jimmy's the quarterback, but it don't look good. It don't look good. Jimmy balls. You know why? Jimmy balls against Minnesota because he blew his knee out against Minnesota. Listen, I have my team covering and winning by a touchdown plus. We're not even going to give that offense a chance to get on the field for that many plays. That's what we're going to do. We have established the line of scrimmage. We have reestablished dominance of the line of scrimmage. People are going to tell me it was the Rams who we own and we played the Jags. But it's the manner in which we've beaten these teams. It hadn't even been close. Neither of those games were close. And that's because, like I said, we've reasserted ourselves at the line of scrimmage, at the point of attack. That is Kyle Shanahan football. It's zone running, not asking your quarterback to go out there and win the game, asking him to complete passes under 20 yards, and maybe there be a couple of shot plays designed. Everson Griffin situation, for me, is an issue for Minnesota. I know people will sweep it under the rug and say whatever. That is a problem. That is not good. It's not good. When you're, and I think that's another thing. It's like when you're dealing with stuff like that, especially when it's like a guy who's like a veteran leader, you bring up Dalvin Cook into the situation for no fucking reason. I just think that this situation looms a bit larger than people will give it traction. So as far as I'm concerned, I am on the line. I'm about to say the lines. I'm on the Niners to win, to end cover. I have Eli Mitchell scoring a touchdown at -125. I usually don't take juice on a lot of juice on TD props, but I really do love that prop. Just because of volume. You can bet Jeff Wilson as well. One of those running backs for the 49ers will score today. Because, again, we've reestablished dominance of the line of scrimmage. That's what made this team good over the last couple of years when we were good. it's dominating the line of scrimmage. Eli to score. I like Brandon Ayuk to score as well. Ayuk has been getting a ton of targets in the red zone. Everyone would think it's Kittle because Kittle came back and scored a touchdown against Jacksonville, but it's really been Ayuk. Ayuk's game has actually ascended the last 3 weeks, and he's back to fitting in to the confines of the offense. So those are the plays I like. I like the Niners to cover. Spin Doctor, if you got anything to say, I know you're rocking with Kirk. So
well, I was gonna do a skull clap from last week, but that would just be rubbing it in. That would be rude.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
That'd be weird from a Bucs fan.
It would be. Well, no. That's where I live. It's in my blood. See,
I live in Philly, and you'll never ever hear me say "Fly Eagles fly." Nah.
All right,
no, go Birds. Fly Eagles fly. No one says that.
But for real. So,
right.
so I was going through some numbers as I always do, and I look at position quarterback grades for PFF. And I see Kirk Cousins at number 2, and my screen goes down a ways, and I don't see Jimmy. Nope, don't see Jimmy. Don't see.
He missed games.
There he is. There he is. I found him. Number 23. I found him.
Like Jordan. Like Jordan. See, you gotta understand the numerology stuff now. Jordan.
No, but seriously though, the one prop that I do like in this game is I like a lot of Justin Jefferson props. I think that I think that his receiving props are still too low for the run that he's been on. He's seen over 100 yards in back-to-back games. He's seen 10 plus targets in each. Statistically, he's got an advantage over Williams, Norman, and Mosley. The guy is just on fire right now. And I've learned, especially when doing player prop bets, is that when a guy is on fire like that, you just ride the wave. And so I am rolling with Justin Jefferson until the wave stops. Maybe it's today. I don't think that it's going to be, but yardage, receiving, ATD, Justin Jefferson all the way, and then he can do his little dance in the end zone. I don't even know what he calls that, but
gritty. It's gritty. It's called the gritty. Come on,
Okay.
man. It's like one of the greatest.
We got to get Sam to do the gritty when he comes
Sam
on later.
Sam got the tutorial video. I seen it. It went viral like last year when Burrow had won. He's actually really good at it. So
All right.
yeah, we got it. We're gonna get him to hit the gritty one time.
But anyway, yeah, I personally am on the Vikings to cover this one. I don't know if they win the game, but I am on them to cover. So that's an unofficial play, but that's where I'm going with that one.
All right, we got 2 games left on the docket for today. So let's hit the Sunday night football and say for what I think is going to be the top game of the day, a 1:00. But bringing in with Cleveland coming here, we're bringing our man Bullpen Bets, rocking that nice Pick City shirt, who this show is sponsored by.
Go.
The Helicopter Man is here in action, rocking the all black. So that means a funeral for the bookies today because you've never worn black on the show before.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, big day today. I'm really excited. So is it just me, or can you guys not sleep still on Saturday nights? Like, no sleep at all over here. I just get so excited for Sundays. It's wild.
It's like Christmas.
Man, you'd think after 10, 11, 12 weeks, but no, I can't sleep at all on Saturdays. Just absolutely pumped.
All right, so what are you liking in the Sunday night matchup today? Are the Browns making some noise, or is it going to be a beatdown in the public with everyone to see?
Imagine this. I like the Browns.
Wow, this is amazing development. Shocking.
Here's what I got. The Ravens are very, very good against the run. That's not good for Chubb and the dog pound today. They're not so good against the pass, which does not benefit Baker and the boys so much. Detroit, they wasn't good against the pass either, and Baker couldn't capitalize on it. I'm still team Case Keenum.
You and me both.
I don't know what's going on in Cleveland, but I do think they win. I mean, it's not an official play, and I'm not going to bet it, but I do think they're going to win the game.
I appreciate the honesty. Like I appreciate you not like they're gonna win by a touchdown. No, I think they win, but
I do think they're gonna win. The Ravens are really banged up. They're missing a slew of guys, cornerbacks, tackles. I mean, the running backs, like they are just really banged up. And the Browns, on the other hand, are starting to get healthy. They got Hunt back today. Their tackle's back. Ward's feeling better. Schwartz is out. So that could be an issue. But for the most part, they're healthy. So we all know how important that is and how easily people can overlook that stuff. So on the injury factor, it's definitely favors the Browns today. I expect a low-scoring game. Typical division game, low-scoring slugfest. It's going to be outside. It's going to be cold. I expect it to be tight. And as far as official plays go, I'm on the under 47. And I like my boy Chase McLaughlin over 1.5 field goals. It's plus 105, something like that. Shop around. Always shop around. Get the best numbers on this stuff. But those are the two bets that I'm actually making myself. The over 1.5 field goals and the under 47 for the game.
Okay. And no helicopter money today?
I was going to actually get with you. So, man, I can't decide if I should just bet helicopter money plays only or never bet one again. Like, I'm getting good, return on investment on them, but obviously those numbers cannot sustain themselves. I've been doing this long enough to know that there's a lot of luck involved when you're throwing out 9, 10, 12, 15 to 1 plays.
Absolutely.
Now, with that being said, at the rate that I'm hitting them, maybe I should only be betting those,
No, keep picking your spots. Pick your spots. Don't mess with the magic. Don't mess with the madness. What, you've had 3 through 11 weeks so far?
Yeah, 3.
That ain't too bad because you got some like plus 200s and 300s. Like a helicopter's like plus 500, like minimum.
I mean, at first I was 9 to 1 or better. Well, then, by popular demand, everybody wants them. And, so I lowered it to 8 to 1, but
well, you started something, man. It's nothing we can like, you made people search for these plays. Listen, she heard helicopter money. She knows the dog knows a dog play.
I eat well when the helicopter comes through. I get real good dinner that night.
I mean, they're exciting. It's exciting. And it's obviously it's fun when you hit them. I mean, but no, I didn't identify anything. Now back to what we talked about a few weeks ago, though. And this doesn't necessarily, just the Browns here, but the kick returns for touchdowns. There's only been 2 all year. I mean, I expect somebody to bust one. I was actually looking at Spin Doc's guy, the kid out of North Texas, the wide receiver that runs them back.
Jalen Darden.
Yeah. I mean,
my guy, I love him.
I do too. And I could see him doing that. I could see him doing that one of these weeks. I don't know if it's going to be today, but
I knew he was talented when the last thing they needed on their team was a wide receiver, and they drafted him in the 4th or 5th round because Brady told them to.
Yeah, the kid's very talented.
Jalen's one of them kids, man. I was very high on him coming out, so that's why I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yep.
The perfect guy for him to play next to or with is AB because he has the same skill set. He just has to polish it. When AB came in the league, he was returning punts and kicks, and he just got open every play, so they had to keep playing him. They had to put him in the game and play him. Obviously, Jalen is going to have a bigger role because I don't think in the offseason they'll re-sign Godwin to big money. I don't believe that. I think he walks because wide receivers are easier to replace than trench guys but that's a whole different situation.
Yeah, but he hasn't scored yet this year. And I expect him to, whether it's, he got in the game last week in mop up duty. but didn't get the end zone. But I think he scores eventually. I'm not saying it's going to be today. Spendock would be a better guy to talk to about when he's going to actually score. But
Evans out today?
no,
Evans
that's
is
what,
in?
He's in, guaranteed.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah. So I do expect somebody, I don't know who. I was looking through the list. Schwartz is out, so it's not going to be him. But I do expect some kick returns for touchdowns. I mean, there's only been 2. We're getting late in the season here. Now, if we can pinpoint who and when, that's another story. But I do expect that. Other than that, that's about all I got, guys. I'm really excited. I mean, it kind of sucks. I got to wait all day to watch the Browns play, but it is what it is.
That's kind of one of the better days because you get to take in all the games. It's a shame that you got the 3 out on Thursday already, so it's a little bit of a smaller slate, but just live bet today. When your team's playing late, find some nice games to live bet.
Yeah, and the tight ends in this game should be, Andrews, Njoku, Hooper. I like all those guys to have decent days as far as fantasy goes. With the Ravens being stiff on the run, and Baker can't throw the ball past 12 yards. So, you're
only stuck with him. You're only stuck with him for like another couple of months. All right.
I know.
Don't worry, he'll be gone soon. I have nothing for this game. I think it's a good one. I obviously never bet against Lamar Jackson. I don't even think Lamar was sick. I think they just wanted to give him a week off. I'll be totally honest with you. I think they just wanted to give him a week off last week. He carried the ball 23 times the week before. He'd been averaging 19 carries a game over 5. I think he just needed a week off, and he was just banged up a little bit. They don't ever put him on the injury report. The only thing he's ever had on the injury report, like they said he had a back issue, but we know what the deal is with Lamar Jackson. It's a game-to-game thing. They just want him right to play. They fuck practice, all the other shit. They just want him to be able to be available. I think that last week was just a week off. But I will give you this. Cleveland has played Lamar Jackson better than any team outside of the Chargers since he's been in the NFL. The only team that was because the Chargers had Gus Bradley. They beat him in the playoff game. They beat him another time they played. So just other than that, I like Lamar to have a good game, but I think it's a close one. And I think regardless of Chubb being regardless of who's injured for or plays for Baltimore, I think Chubb has a good game. I think they're just by volume. They know he's the engine, and I think he's just one of them guys that it doesn't really matter who's in front of him. He gets it popping. That's all I got.
What's your thoughts on that? I am betting the under 47.
I think that's a good play. But I get it. Players can score and the game not go over, right?
Yeah.
I just I like the under, like you said, weather, cold,
division,
the lack of trust in Baker Mayfield.
Clock's gonna be moving. Both teams gonna be running.
Yeah,
these all play parts, bro. Like they do not trust Baker Mayfield, and you're seeing it now more than ever. Whether he's hurt or banged up or whatever they want to say, they just don't trust him. Those are my only sentiments for this one.
So, Spendock, we're not on the main slate for DFS on this game, so I'll be looking at some showdown stuff. You got anything on the models projections over there?
I'm gonna run that probably in a little bit, but
Okay.
yeah, I'll send it out. I'll send it to you.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I appreciate all you guys.
Make sure you guys are locked in with Bullpen Bets. He's on Pick City now, or the site that sponsors the show. He's on there now. Make sure you guys check him out. Helicopter Man, listen, he's on point with basketball, football, baseball, the whole nine. One of the most experienced bettors I've become friends with. Always appreciate the knowledge, and I appreciate the honesty. He will, if he thinks something is some bullshit, he'll be the first person to tell you, and he'll be the first person to call you on it.
And just in addition to that, just the thing that I respect about Bullpen is just the longevity, because usually when you have people that come in, I mean, you see it across gambling Twitter, people that come in and they're, winning 47,000 units or whatever their bullshit claim is. And then they disappear and then they flame out. But then when you have somebody that's as consistent as Bullpen and that has that longevity in this game, you got to give nothing but respect for that.
People ask me a lot what the trick is to this, And the best thing I can say is experience. Experience is everything. You know, the more years you do it, the better you get at it. It's just like any other trade. You know, the more years you do anything, the better you get at it. And that's my answer to that question every time.
Bullpen, we'll catch you next week. Have
Thanks.
a good one.
Brethren, appreciate you.
All right, the
Yeah.
last game on the slate today, we're bringing in another paid-for-play potential Super Bowl matchup.
Dumb Brain picks the GOAT, another GOAT.
No, I was just messing around with that one. But that's the talk out there after Indy with the smackdown. But Sam, Carson, you love him yet, or you still want to murder him?
I don't love him, but I mean, just like the game he played last week, that's the Carson Wentz you'll take a first-round pick for. I mean, as long as the ball doesn't have to be in his hands to win you the game every time out, like that's the one I'll take if he can just keep feeding Jonathan Taylor. Like that's all I want. There's been a little bit of a buzz in the city this week, especially after the Bills game last week. I mean, they got that first legit win. Like they strung together some wins against bottom tier teams, and it's nice to actually have them get a win against an actual contender or who everyone thought was an actual contender coming into the year, and kind of give them a legitimate stake for this winning streak or how hot they've been the last few weeks. So, I mean, I feel like they're the hottest team in the NFL right now. I don't know who else has the caveat or has the gravitas to like hang with them in terms of like being the hottest team right now. So it's been fun this last week.
And no better time to see if I keep trying to say he's going to be the MVP. I don't think Taylor might win it in the long run, but going into that top rush defense, Spin, are you nervous?
Well, so a couple things about this game. With the Colts, they are 6-5 for record. When Jonathan Taylor has rushed for over 100 yards, they're 6-0. When he hasn't, they're 0-5. It's pretty much that simple. I have Taylor in a dynasty league that I have been doing quite well in. So am I nervous? Yes. Am I scared? Depends. Depends on how the Bucs come out. So for the Bucs, the big thing for us is going to be Vita Vea. So he is going to play. Devin White is going to play, but I wonder what kind of shape that he's in. So for anybody that's never watched Vita Vea play, you should, because I'm pretty sure he is the strongest player in the NFL. The man is a mountain. And he is a huge run stuffer. So the key for us, the numbers don't lie to it. You keep Taylor under 100 yards and you put yourself in a good position to win. I think that the Bucs will provide enough offense to win this game. It's if the Colts can sustain long drives and chew up the clock on the ground and keep Brady off the field, that would make it go the other way. I said this to a number of people in the Diamond Club throughout the week, and I still stand by it today. I think that this is sort of a last possession type of game. I can see it being decided by 1 or 2 points and possibly on a last-second field goal. So that's where if you give me the Colts with 3, I would probably take the Colts. I'm obviously never betting against my Bucs, so I will have no play on the money line. The other prop that I do like in this game is Chris Godwin over 6.5 receptions. That's even with Evans playing. Evans has been dealing with a sore and tight back all week. He did practice Friday, but they're on a short week, and Godwin has been a target monster lately. And I think that when you look at Godwin compared to the cornerbacks for the Colts, he matches up a lot better where he'll line up. So those are really my only plays and leans to the game. I try to stay away from spread and total betting with my team, because then if it comes down late and if say I have the under, then I'm like, oh shit, now I have to decide between losing my money or my team losing. I don't want to have to do that. But no, I do though. I think that this will be a 1 or 2 point game. And I think that whoever happens to possess the ball last is probably going to be in a good position to win. I think it'll be a great game, and I would not be surprised on either side if either team wins. I really wouldn't.
Sosa, what are you thinking for here? Brady in the dome, lane 3.
Listen, I wanna be on the Colts. I just think old man figures it out today, man. I just think that's how it'll be. This Colts team run cover 2 all game. Vita Vea not playing will be huge. So I think Taylor still performs well. I like Nyheim Hines over 15.5 receiving yards. I think it's free money. I think he carves out a role, especially given how this Tampa Bay defense performs against receiving running backs. It's just the game is the game. He should accomplish 15.5 yards. Anytime TD at plus 230, sprinkle something. Obviously, Taylor is low, like 1 touchdown, no value really. And obviously, you gave us that fucking banger last week with the 2 TDs, which cashed in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So, it's like if you're gonna take Taylor, you're gonna have to take him to get 2 touchdowns. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen the production chart of every NFL player who's touched the ball in the last 8 weeks.
Jonathan Taylor broke it.
It's like he's not even on the chart, and everyone else is like down here somewhere. What he's doing is fucking amazing. And, a lot of people, people talk about Derrick Henry being this like larger, this huge figure. Bro, listen, Jonathan Taylor ain't much smaller than Derrick Henry. And he got 4.3 speed. This is a physical phenom who's a fucking freak, bro. Like I love watching it. Obviously, he's straight out of Jersey. People talk about Wisconsin running. Listen, he's straight out of Jersey, just like Ron Dane, another Jersey cat that went to Wisconsin. The kid is. I'm inclined to say that he has. He'll probably get a couple votes for MVP.
Yep.
The guy is what he's been doing is. Obviously, a quarterback award, so I'll give it to a quarterback. But bro, what he's doing, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
well, if he keeps it up and they sneak into the playoffs or like get in after a 1-5 start, he absolutely
they're gonna get in.
Yeah.
Didn't Henry should have gotten it last year and didn't though? That's kind of the thing where he's gonna have to have a better year than what Henry did last year, which is possible.
I think he will.
And the other thing to think about with Taylor too is so the Colts ranking wise have a good offensive line, but it's not like elite. So they are top 5 in several categories, but they're like middle tier in other categories that you look for in an offensive line. So like second level yards, couple blocking statistics. So it's a good line, but it's not this like, it's not like you can look back and be like, this is one of the greatest lines of all time. But Taylor has just been that damn good that, even if they have an average day, he still churns out 100 yards. It's unbelievable. So, I have all the respect from the world for Jonathan Taylor. I think that you can comfortably take his rushing prop over. I just looking at those numbers, I just keep thinking, just keep him under 100. Just keep him under 100. Just keep him under 100. That's our goal today. 99 or less.
Sam, what were your did you drop your official plays yet for today?
No, I think if the Colts are to win the game, they have to keep it in the 20s. They don't want to really get in a shootout between Brady and Wentz. Brady's ripped my heart out more times than any other NFL player against the Colts. So, it hasn't been in a while, but it's happened on several occasions. So, I want to ride with the momentum. I'm back to believing for the first time since before the whole Andrew Luck incident. Like, I was all in on the Colts that year, and then he retires, and that just ripped my heart out. And I'm ready to be hurt again. I said it yesterday with LSU. I'm ready to be hurt again with the Colts. I'm going to ride with money line. I don't know. They're the hottest team in the league. I don't know how you can abandon your team like that. So I'll also stick with the Jonathan Taylor 2+ touchdowns. I got it. It was at plus 255 before I got on here. So there's no value in, like Sosa said, and just 1 touchdown anymore. So just if they're going to win the game, they have to run the damn ball. They have to keep it out of Brady's hands as much as possible. So I do like what Spin Doctor said with maybe over on his rushing totals. I haven't really been able. I got up and I drove straight back to Indy this morning to try and get on the show, so I wasn't able to look at really any other props today. So woke up in Louisville. Now rest of the day is going to be watching this game and eyes glued to Twitter to see if we got any coaching news. So
that's dedication right there. Listen, it's a done deal, bro. Lincoln's coming to Baton Rouge, bro. It's a done deal.
Was the kiss of death him saying I'm not going to be the next LSU head coach last night?
He's lying like a motherfucker, bro. Lying like shit. Like, come on, bro. It's
$13 million a year for 8 years.
The writing's on the wall. Man, listen, you see what Mel Tucker got, right? We can talk about this. Listen, I love Mel Tucker.
And James Franklin.
Listen, I love Mel Tucker. Okay. And I love James Franklin. Great recruiter, right? And listen, Lincoln could get a blank check from any school in America. If y'all are able to land him
and Caleb going to LSU, it's like they're back in natty conversations next year.
No question.
Oh, Sam's so back. He just mentioned LSU and natty. He's fully. I know
if they
Sam.
get Lincoln,
he's fully back.
I don't know how.
He
I
was
don't know how
ready
you
to
don't,
be hurt.
you don't include him.
Hey man, listen. That's why I just bring it up because I love talking. I love talking about LSU with you, James. Man, listen. You need positivity, man. He's a New Orleans Saints or New Orleans sports fan, like a Louisiana sports fan. So,
Sam, you're gonna gritty for us?
No, there's no chance. I have no dance moves whatsoever, and it would just look awful. So
he wasn't.
Colts get to the Super Bowl all gritty. How about that?
Oh,
okay.
Ooh,
all right.
Hey, fair enough. Okay, yeah, all right. I wish he had fucking said playoffs. Like I wish he had just said playoffs so we can get.
I'll go AFC Championship.
Okay, fair. Okay,
right.
fair. That's fair.
That's a little more doable.
That's fair. Okay.
Well, make
Peter
sure you check
Vea,
out Pay for Play. Sam rocks it with JD and Goose. Until next week, Sam, we appreciate you rocking with us.
Make sure y'all follow my boy.
And now that is another week in the bag, fellas. We went way longer than planned. It is what it is when you get to talking about football on Sunday morning, but we're done before noon. So you got your time to say your fantasy lineups, lock in bets, rewatch whatever you missed. Anything else?
Nope. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate everybody. And best of luck today. Let's get it.
Let's go.